Hey y'all, I'm back from the dead. And I'm back again with another epic iceberg. I was thinking for ideas for another video, and hey, since the Plants vs. Zombies iceberg did so well, I thought I could cover another tower defense game from the early 2010s. For this iceberg, I'm only going to be focusing on the tower defense games only. So no balloons, no Super Monkey, no Bloons Pop 3. Before we get into it, you should join my Discord server. If this video gets popular enough, I'll do a free Nitro giveaway, so stay tuned for that. Also, I post updates for all of my videos there. Crazy! Hey y'all, Editing Mallow here. I have a new thing going on in my Discord server where people can give me 3 reasons to join it. And then if they're funny enough, they get shouted out in a new video. So here's the guy who came up with 3 reasons. Yay! Woo! Good for him. Woo! Alright, back to the video. Link will be in the description. Alright, let's get into it. The Cobra. The Cobra was a tower exclusive to BTD Battles 1. The tower attacked with a pistol and had many interesting abilities. My personal favorite is the ability to send a BFB to your opponent. Recently, it was announced that the Cobra would be returning as a hero in Battles 2, now renamed Jericho. I swear to God, if your favorite tower in Battles 1 was the Cobra, I will personally come to your house and do something to you involving your left nostril, hot sauce, a stapler, and 3 chickens. I will never forgive anyone who spammed that stupid lifesteal ability, and I want you to know, I am outside of your house right now. The VTSG. The VTSG, or Vengeful True Sun God, is a secret transformation of the True Sun God. It's pretty simple to get. You just need to do the steps to get a true Max Sun God, and put the other 2 Tier 5 Super Monkeys outside its radius. Once you upgrade it, it will turn into the VTSG. If a level 20 Adora is in the VTSG's radius, she will turn into a much more powerful version called Vengeful Adora. The VTSG is used in most late game runs due to its extremely high DPS. Black Border. The Black Border is something that appears once you get every medal for a single map. You can also get an ugly yellow border if you quit out of a chimps game and go back into it to reset the round. Less known, however, is that you can black border insta-monkeys by getting every single one in a collection. Balloon Shipper. The Balloon Shipper is similar to your mom who says she's gonna go hang out with friends at 1 AM, and then for some reason, she's wearing weird clothing and walking around downtown. She sucks everything, and she does it pretty well too. The Balloon Shipper appeared in BTD 5 and BTD Battles. It didn't appear in BTD 6 because it was very hard to balance, which is very true. One look at the Battles 1 meta will prove that. Road items. Road items were monkeys that have been in the series for a while now. They were removed in BTD 6, most likely due to how they could easily bail you out of a tricky situation. I mean, imagine chimps if you could just spam road spikes all throughout the early game. However, they are in the game. Kinda. The Ace still has the explosive pineapple upgrade, and Geraldo sells spikes and monkey glue in his shop. And I guess you could count the Glue Gunner's recent Balloon Solver buff, but I don't want to do that. By the way, the Balloon Solver is my favorite tower in the game. And if any of you try to trash talk him in the comments, I will come for you. Bloons. Bloons is a secret map that you can find by spamming the random button in the challenge editor. It has the tiniest track in the game, and it's mostly grass with a tiny pool of water in the corner. It was added to the game because of a shitpost on Reddit. That shitpost got so popular that Ninja Kiwi added it in, which is really funny. Monkey Temple in BTD 4. On the map Monkey Temple, if you have $30,000 and 40 monkeys on screen, a pop-up will come up saying if you want to awaken the Monkey Temple. The Monkey Temple can solo a BFB, which was the strongest balloon in that game. This secret then went on to inspire the Sun Temple upgrade in BTD 5. This is just an entry pointing out how most of the monkeys aren't even monkeys. The Tack Shooter, Cannon, Spike Factory, Banana Farm, Sentry, and all 3 Beast Handler paths come to mind. Even more confusing is how all of these attack. Beast Handler I understand, they're being ordered by the Beast Handler, and the Tack Shooter and Spike Factory don't aim. Except when you get smart spikes, but I guess you could make a point how it's an AI or something. But come on, the cannon is literally aiming, which either means A, they have sentience, or B, an invisible monkey is arming all of the cannons. I also want to point out Drawler's shooty turret, because you can't really arm that. Hypersonic tack shooter. In BTD 1, there's an infamous glitch where you can infinitely upgrade the tack shooters to faster firing, making a tack shooter that fires at hypersonic speeds. Nothing can get past it, and if I remember right, you can also do this glitch in BTD 2. Soulbind. Soulbind was the old bottom path tier 5 upgrade for the wizard. I'm gonna be real, I have a very slight understanding of how it works. Basically, you could sacrifice towers and gain lives based on the value of when you lost them. I feel like this upgrade could be somewhat useful if it wasn't $24,000. Not to mention, if you wanted to get a lot of lives, you'd have to sacrifice another tower that was also worth a lot. It was then removed and replaced by the Prince of Darkness, which is probably one of the best towers in the game, so I think everyone is happy about that rework. The Watermelon Spitter. The Watermelon Spitter was a special agent in BTD 5 Flash. It's kind of like a super monkey that fires in spurts. After attacking once, it must recharge so it can shoot again. What's interesting about it is that it didn't return in BTD 5 Deluxe, which is just the Steam and mobile port. Interestingly enough, it was found in the files of BTD 5 Deluxe, which suggests it was planned for it. My personal theory is that maybe it was too hard to balance? I don't know. Speaking of which, the Mad Snowman. Like the Watermelon Spitter, the Mad Snowman is another special agent that didn't return in BTD 5 Deluxe. This tower is basically a cryo cannon without splash. It would melt after 10 turns, making it basically sell itself. Like the Watermelon Spitter, it was found in BTD 5's files. I don't know why this one didn't return. It wasn't very great, so it didn't really have the excuse that it was too hard to balance, but it wasn't exactly super bad either, so I don't know. Pro Agents. If you place enough special agents, it will upgrade to a pro agent. These are upgraded versions of the special agents, and sadly, because of time, I can't go over every single one. The banana farmer gets a cannon that shoots banana peels with the balloons slip on like some old Looney Tunes cartoon. Insert funny sound effect here. The Ratadactyl gains the ability to knock back balloons. The beekeeper gets an ability to shoot out a bunch of bees. Think of it like a blade maelstrom that bounces off walls until it hits something. The angry squirrel becomes an alcoholic dad and gets super pissed randomly. It has similar DPS to the super monkey and it lasts for a few seconds. Yeah, he kinda sucks. The super monkey storm literally just activates twice, but to be fair, I can't think of anything cool. The Bloons Day device leaves a laser track, kind of like the spots of glue the balloon solver leaves after popping a balloon. The pontoon gives a range buff. Lame considering the next pro tower. The portable lake becomes a weird video you found in your brother's search history, and gets a mysterious tentacle that impales balloons. It can stun balloons, but other than that, it kinda sucks. In reality, the pontoon's better, but this agent gets an A for effort. The meerkat spy gets a laser, which is pretty good and does a decent amount of damage. And here's 2 more as a bonus. The Watermelon Spitter reloads faster and can occasionally shoot out a watermelon that can pop leads. All I'm saying is imagine if the watermelon did splash. Just like me and your mother, the Mad Snowman lasts twice as long now. He also gets an ability that increases attack speed. Anyways, here's the tier list. Now let's move on. The Monkey Academy. The Monkey Academy is a tower found in the files of BTD 6. Its purpose was to buff the 3 types of towers drastically. I'm only going to go over the interesting upgrades, but if you're more curious, I recommend this wiki article. The top path would buff military monkeys. Military efficiency would decrease the amount of space of each military monkey. This could be useful for maps like Cornfield, where you don't have much space. The Monkey Army Surgical Hospital gives lives for each balloon popped, which I'm kinda confused on how that would work, but whatevs. The middle path buffs magic monkeys. The Wizard's Library would allow each magic monkey to be upgraded to tier 2 in all 3 upgrade paths, except for the ninja and super monkey for some reason. The tier 4 upgrade would get an ability that would be stronger based on the monkeys near it. I really don't know how that would work, but it's still an interesting upgrade nonetheless. The third path would buff heroes, and the only interesting upgrade is the tier 5 upgrade that would allow you to get 2 heroes. All I'm saying is that 2 vengeful adorers would go crazy. I think with a lot of balancing, this tower could be really good. I do have some hope that it could be added, considering the beast handler was found in the files years ago and just recently got added. Linked maps. There's a theory that states that certain maps are connected. Most obviously is End of the Road and Middle of the Road, but less obvious is Haunted and Haunted Mansion, Monkey Meadow and Town Center, Park Path and Downstream, and a triple of expert maps of Ravine, Dark Castle, and Dark Dungeons. BTD3 on the DS. This entry is simple. BTD3 and I guess BTD4 was available in the DSi shop. Kinda cool. Secret Monkeys. There are a few monkeys in BTD6 that you can't normally buy. The most well known is the Caveman Monkey, which you can get on Frozen Over by aiming a mortar at it when it's frozen on ice. If you click 2 torches on Dark Dungeon and pay $50,000, the statue shoots this little ball thing that follows balloons and does a ton of damage. And I know it doesn't really count, but on Ravine if you click the sword in the stone 24 times it'll fly out. You need to use the sword to beat Ravine on chimps, which is really cool. The Ice Monkey was supposed to be a magic monkey. If you hack in the Monkey Academy and make it a 030, which allows you to upgrade each magic monkey to a 222, it applies to the Ice Monkey as well, which is kind of interesting. Now that it's pointed out, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, I'd consider the ability to freeze things instantly to be magic, so I'm curious why they decided to change it to primary. Monkeys in Space. This was a hidden track in the files of BTD6. It wasn't added weirdly enough because of the CEO of Ninja QB saying he didn't like space settings, which is a shame because this track looks like it would be decently fun to play on. Fortified Purple Balloon. In older versions of the game, in Sandbox, Fortified applied to the purple balloon, but was never actually seen in the regular game. Little known fact, in the game files, there's fortified versions of every balloon, which is strange. I'm curious to know how a fortified red balloon would work. What happened to the golden balloon? How did the golden balloon come into existence? My theory is that every balloon that leaks when the rubber to gold effect is applied to them eventually turns them into golden balloons. The only hole in this theory is how it doesn't make you lose lives when you leak them. Actually, what if the rubber is like what makes you lose the lives? And then since the rubber to gold like replaces its insides with the gold, it makes you not lose a life. And instead gives you cash when you pop it. I'm a genius! Track Editor. In BTD4, there's a feature where you can make your own tracks. I think this would be a pretty cool feature if they were to bring it back, although it'd be pretty hard to fully customize. Plus, a lot of communities submitted maps get into the game anyway. Beekeeper in BTD4. In BTD4, the Beekeeper was a full-on tower instead of a special agent. It didn't have any super interesting upgrades, and it was kinda lame it didn't come back in BTD5 or 6. It could have at least came back as an upgrade path for the Beast Handler. A Beast Handler commanding a swarm of giant beasts would be awesome. Artful Dodgers, easy does it. Artful Dodgers is an unused track in BTD5's files. It has an interesting track design, but there were fears of not being able to distinguish the track, so Roswell took its place. And if you're older than 4 and can see, both of these tracks' pathways are identical. I really like the stained glass type of look, and if this look was to come back for a different track, I'd be very happy. Spiky Ball Tower. This was an unused tower in BTD1's files. The tower shot out once in all 4 directions, and it used the projectiles of the Spiko pole. It can be modded back in and weirdly enough is functional. It doesn't have any upgrades, and if I had to guess, was removed for being too similar to the tack shooter. Unused BTD5 Flash Towers. There are 3 unused towers in the files of BTD5 Flash. The first is the Buncho Monkey, which shows a pile of monkeys throwing a bunch of darts. My theory is that it could have been an unused dart monkey ability. The Spider is a tower, which if I had to guess is a special agent. It's unknown what it would do, but there's a web projectile in the files that might be related. I think the spider would attack balloons, sticking them and slowing them like glue. And then there's the Venus Flytrap. I'll be real, I have no idea what it would do. And then finally, the Monkey Sidekick, which is identical to the Super Monkey. If I had to guess, it probably was just a different outfit to the Super Monkey fan club when it uses its ability. Then I guess Ninja QB didn't like it, so they got rid of it. So sad. Smash like if you cried, and leave a comment down below if you're currently depressed. BTD1 recreation map in BTD6. In the files of BTD6, you can find the OG BTD1 map chilling in the files. I think this would be a cute map to see added to the game, and it would obviously be a beginner map. It would also be cool to see all of the BTD2 maps added, and hey, while we're here, why not add that DNA track from BTD4 back? Round cap in BTD4. In BTD4, if you reach round 250 and somehow beat it, the game just stops. So technically, there is a round cap. However, in most normal runs, you won't be able to get to it. Placeholder text in BTD3. This originally wasn't on the iceberg, but when I was browsing on the cutting room floor trying to find out more about the spiky ball tower, I found this placeholder text that says, "This is a description of the tower and what it does." It also gives info about upgrades and shit. Lightsaber thrower. This was the original tier 4 upgrade of the boomerang monkey in BTD4, and was a reference to the lightsaber balloon in the original Bloons game. And I guess Star Wars, but that isn't as popular. The projectile has a very wide radius and does good damage. It didn't return, probably because of copyright reasons, and also it's just an uninteresting upgrade regardless of the Star Wars stuff. And that was the iceberg. Quite the way to come back from the dead, huh? I want to thank you all for watching, and you should smash that subscribe button harder than I smash your mother. And if you love me enough, maybe drop a like on this video. I've spent a decent amount of time working on this video, and it'd be greatly appreciated. And also, maybe join the Discord server? One last thing. If you want to make your own BTD6 iceberg video with this iceberg, here's the full image. The only thing I ask for is to please give credit. Alright, I'm gone for realsies this time.